My favorite back to school books, doo-dah, doo-dah. My favorite back to school books, oh doo-dah day. I got a blog post about these, doo-dah. And there are some freebies, oh doo-dah day. Oh yeah.
Welcome to my channel. As you can tell from the intro, today's video is all about read-alouds, picture books, mentor texts that you can use for back to school. When you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how you can grab some free printable and digital back to school books activities. Stay tuned. Here are some of my absolute favorite back to school picture books, read aloud books. We're different, we're the same, and we're all wonderful. This school year will be the best. Love this book. The Name Jar. Love this book. I'm gonna try not to say love this book for every book. A Bad Case of Stripes. I use this every year. The Recess Queen is another one of my favorites for back to school. What if everybody did that? Grown-ups need to read this book. Back to School Rules. I use these a lot for procedures teaching. A Bad Case of the Tattle Tongue. Okay, side note, since we're talking about procedures, I started out teaching second grade and I started using this as a read aloud because so many students were tattletelling. When I moved up to fourth grade, I sat this back on the shelf because I thought, well, this is, fourth graders, they don't need this. This came right back off the shelf because I had just as many fourth graders. Miss Marshall, he did this again. I'm like, we need to know the difference between reporting something that needs to be reported versus tattling. Okay, so this came back into the rotation even for upper elementary. And while I'm on that note, some of these books that I've mentioned are not fourth grade reading level books. Like What If Everybody Did That is second grade. Also, Back to School Rules is also second grade level book. Why am I using reading level books that aren't fourth grade? I am not one of those, okay, it has to be this exact reading level. Like, I'm more into the moral of the story and the purpose behind the book and how that can be used in the classroom. So My Mouth is a Volcano, all of Julia Cook's, that's the author, Julia Cook, her books are excellent because I can use this to establish classroom procedures, classroom management expectations. You are not going to blurt out while I am teaching. You're going to raise your hand and wait. You're not going to blurt out and interrupt other people. So that's, to me, the more important part of reading books. It's not so much about their reading level. It's about what message or purpose is this book achieving, which just reminded me. Another one. This is a first grade level book, Pete the Cat, Too Cool for School. I combined this book and this book for a morning, back to school activity because they have the same moral. Pete the Cat, if you've never read this one, all his friends and family members are like, you should wear this to school. You should wear that. And Pete tries to please everybody by wearing all this different stuff. Well, by the end, he feels ridiculous trying to be what everybody else wants him to be and decides to wear what he likes. And that's when he feels comfortable going to school. Well, that's the moral of this story, A Bad Case of Stripes. So then I weave those two together for a self-acceptance, be yourself, let's get to know who you are activity. Hope that makes sense. So that's why I never shy away from, well, what's the reading level? I don't care that this is a first grade book. My fourth graders, they really get a lot out of this message of being yourself. Let's get to know who you are. And that's some of the reasons why these books make the rotation. So I have a blog post about back to school read alouds and printables that go with a lot of these. Some of my printables have been converted to Google Slides activities, so you get both the printable and digital freebies. You can check out the link in my bio. You can DM me and I'll send it to you directly. Either way it goes, back to school, read-alouds, reading time. Oh yeah, this is one of the freebies. I have graphic organizers and an activity for this one too. I hope that this is the best school year yet. And diversity reads, yes, yes, yes. Let me know in the comments below, what books do you love to read during the first weeks of school? When you leave your comment, you're going to notice in the description box that I have a link to my Back to School's Read Aloud activity bundle. It's available in my Teachers Pay Teacher store, and the name of my store is Tanya G. Marshall, the Butterfly Teacher. As you can see here, I have several graphic organizers, printable versions, Google Slides versions of these activities that you can pair with several of these popular back to school read aloud books. And just in case you don't want to use the Google Slides version, I have a tutorial included that shows you how to use the easel activities version. None of the actual books are included in this bundle, but the worksheets and the digital activities can be used all throughout the year on any of these mentor texts. You don't have to just use this for back to school season. Check out the description box for that link. Just as promised, I also have some freebies that you can grab. That is also in the description box below. It's a sample of the bundle that I just mentioned. So check out that link to grab your free printables and digitals. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the Butterfly Teacher Tribe, and I'll see you in the next video.